Well, hello and welcome. I'm Peasant, and today for you I'm going to be taking on England 6 with Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares, which I'm sure is going to be easy. Um, uh, it's not going to be easy. Let's see. We've got some wetland builds. We've got... Do we have a good spot? And I actually just did this in the quick play mode. I thought I'll just try the quick play mode, and this is what it gave me. So here we are. So one of these lands is going to be our best bet for a turn 1 Midnight's Dream Dreams of the Dahan. So I want to put my presence in one of these lands here. It's almost tempting to go turn 1, gain a major, get rid of Predatory Nightmares, because it really is useless against the tougher England. I mean, actually, the elements can be useful. It does have a lot of elements on it. But actually, no, we go energy. Yeah, we like to go energy. We're always towards top track. And our presence wants to be here because it's got better adjacencies. And I think we just go in with this. This is the opening. So, the trouble we've got here is that we're not in with any enemies. So our night terrors are being wasted. But I think we just have to accept that. We just have to accept. Because I don't think there was anywhere else that was a good fit for our opening. So we're going to call up Midnight's Dream. Let's see what we get. So no obligation to play it immediately. Ooh, Paralyzing Fright. Because Paralyzing Fright, it needs that third mountain. And look, there's a mountain on Predatory Nightmares. So maybe I don't just forget Predatory Nightmares. The trouble is, we're looking down the barrel of 2 kind of 6 damage Ravages next turn. Which is that's less than ideal. I think I'm going to get Paralyzing Fright, but not use it this turn. I mean, Nightmares is pretty good. We're actually in the unusual situation. Oh, no, this is fine. I was going to say about where you don't want to use Spirits May Yet Dream first, but actually it's okay. These are both good options. I could play this turn to push all these somewhere else. It won't prevent the build. But we need to be maximizing our fear, so I think it's one of these. And this is 6 fear, and these moons are so much easier for us to get than the extra mountain. We can't get the extra mountain until the late game. I'm going to go with Terrifying Nightmares, and I'm going to forget Predatory Nightmares. We're going to just upgrade our Nightmares. And we're going to let all these builds happen. Someone's got to let all those builds happen. May as well be us. Alright, so here's a nice thing we can maybe do, is we can reclaim 1. It's going to be Midnight's Dreams. We can make a Sacred Site in here. We can play all 3 of these. Now the benefit of that is we're actually going to be able to trigger the Threshold in Terrifying Nightmares. And if we use Dread Apparitions, that means we should have a good chunk of defense in that land. Oh, we've only got 2 plays, you peanut. We've only got 2 plays. So no Threshold on Nightmares for us. We can't stop the island blighting unless we use both of these cards. So I think we're going to just let the island blight because we're wild like that. And we're going to there's just no point Dread Apparitions in here. So we're just going to let the island burn. I mean, it's scarier that way, right? We do have a little bit of fear there. So yeah, the island is just going to burn. So we like stuff with moons on. We don't have stuff with moons on. This is unfortunate. This is not the turn I was hoping for. This really isn't the turn I was hoping for. I actually might just not take any of these. That's the grim reality here. Yeah, I think I'm just not going to take any of them. Okay, that's not... I was hoping for something a bit more effective than that. Okay, we do have Downward Spiral. But this turn should be a fairly effective turn, he says. Is it going to be an effective turn? We have to be wary that we are against England, so we have to actually we have to be wary that they don't just build a big city somewhere and make us lose. Okay, so we can play all. We can't. I keep thinking I can play all three of these cards, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. What we can do though is we can get the threshold on terrifying nightmares, which means we can defend in here. Or I mean, we'll lose a presence if we don't defend in here, which is sad. But this is better because we actually will fight back there. Oh, but we don't have the range for there. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. And the thing is, we're going to push these. Oh, actually, night terrors are going to be acceptable. Are they? No. Yeah, night terrors will be enough in here. This is fine. High level plays. Okay, so we're going to Spirits May Yet Dream to get our fourth moon. So we're now at threshold on Terrifying Nightmares. So we can actually push these somewhere else. The trouble is, against England, if you could actually just make them win by I have done this before. It's on the channel. Good luck finding that playthrough. It's buried deep in the depths of the channel. So yeah, let's push all these into here. And we have the downward spiral. We'll just remove a third. We don't need 3 for anything. Remove and explore from inland land. Well, yeah. I mean, fine. We'll remove that explorer. And sand ravage is fine because we're so damn scary. England is very. I mean, look at this. This is. We're in trouble. They're building a city wherever we put it. So I suppose we just want to make sure that it's not so it's going to imminently do something. Let's put it here because it's probably going to be next to a sacred site. Obviously, we're cultivating fear farms here. We're not just bad. Just want to make that perfectly clear. We've still got somehow we've still got Call of Midnight's Dream in our pocket. So I think we reclaim one and keep just being terrifying. There is going to be a ravage in here, but we can push this Dahan out of the way to preserve our limited amount of presence. We are going to be able to get the threshold. We need to remember to get the threshold before we activate before we use Call of Midnight's Dream. Just a little note for myself there. Yeah, we'll just keep on putting presents in there. So we go like this, we go like this, we go like this. Then we go May Yet Dream. We give ourselves the 4th moon. Defend 2 in all lands with discs, you say? So that means that I don't need to push in this land. Okay, wow, look at that. Look at those night terrors. That's nice. So we actually can push somewhere else, and in fact we definitely don't want to push because we have defend 2 in here, so it'd be a waste. So in that case, the thing that's interesting is that if because I don't know what this card's going to be, it could be something that does damage to everything in a space, for example. And if it is that, then I might want to push here first. I just have to accept that that's not happening. All right, we could prevent a city build. We've already got fear farms. I mean, pushing these into here kind of... There is going to be a city build in here regardless. So we could, if we push these chaps into here, then they will just be building a town instead of a city. I think that might be the best we can do. Though part of me thinks breaking this up would be good. Pushing 2 of these towns out of here into here. There's only defend 2 in here, otherwise I would be tempted to just pile a load of people in there. And then there's this decision. I think I will go with this first. We'll see what Call of Midnight's Dream gives us. Okay. Tsunami has the potential to create absolutely redonkulous amounts of fear. It's off-brand though, so triggering the threshold's going to be awkward. We don't have any coastal double cities just yet, but we'll do very soon. What I'm talking about with the coastal double city is that's to get the most amount of fear. We want to be destroying a couple of cities, which the Tsunami can do, but only on the coast. All right, let's see. What about our vigor? Wow, what we could do is we could terrifying nightmares in the future. This is we'd have to, if we were going to do this imminently, we'd have to do it right now. Is we could push a load of people in and then smash them up with our vigor. The trouble with Blazing Renewal is that 2 damage against buildings that have a minimum of 3 health is a bit underwhelming, and we are limited by the number of powers we can have. I think Tsunami is probably the way to go. We don't have any good elements to go with it, unfortunately. And it's going to take a while to get them, but this is still pretty decent. And we're going to be very soon be in a situation where where we do have multiple cities on the coast. Vigor isn't going to do anything for us immediately, so we could actually pick up Tsunami and not use it right now. Where are we with our cards? If we can get to Terra 2, that's great. So we need 8 fear to get to Terra 2. Actually, that could be pretty good. I think we go Tsunami. I think we're gonna be brave, and we're gonna get rid of Call of Midnight's Dream, and we're gonna play the Tsunami. Yeah, we're gonna smash somewhere. It's gonna be wonderful. All right, so we've got our terrifying nightmares. So, oh, wait a second. We could actually arrange this so that they definitely build. Oh, we can't arrange it so that they build double cities because there's actually only of our 2 builds this turn. There's only one space where. Because part of me thinks I want to be making it so that they build a city in here, so that if I trigger the threshold on Tsunami, it hits 3 different cities. But the threshold on Tsunami is a way off. Basically, what I need is a mountain water card, and then to be at this Any. Oh, we're nearly at the Any anyway. We might be forced to reclaim this turn, though. All right. Okay, then. So what's a good push for us? I think trying to deliberately create cities here is probably a bit of a recipe for disaster. But actually preventing a city build here is kind of worthwhile. Yeah, let's do that. We do have to worry about this becoming gross. But the escalation effect is going to bump it up. But this is something we can do next turn. So I think this is what I'm doing anyway. Also gets these guys out of this blighted land. Downward spiral, let's remove that. Okay, so that's the expected defend 2 card. Okay. Man, if I can get this threshold in Tsunami, that will be pretty amazing. Okay, so we've got 8 damage. There is... So the thing is, I kind of want to let this build happen. So let them build a city here. Because then this 8 damage in future, even without thresholds, it's going to be 10 fear. And it's not going to ravage imminently. So I'm going to leave this one alone. Because these other ones are going to get pushed out somewhere else. Let's push out of this land that has blight into another land that has blight. Yeah, this is quite defendable in here. Except we're only going to be able to push one town. if I smash this land here, we can make this pretty defendable. We're still going to be looking at the same amount of fear, ultimately. And this is a rare land where we might be able to fight back. So I am going to hit in here. So, get the city, get the town, get an explorer. Okay, and then we could push. We've got two places that are looking a bit Londony. We've got a Ravage next turn here. It would be nice to not have that blight go down. We could maybe let this one go. So maybe next turn I'm going to be Dread Apparitionings in here. Because I won't actually have any... What fear cards have we got? We can remove a town or an explorer from a coastal land, can we? That's not very relevant. If I place a presence in here, it means that I'm using a power, one of this power or this power, and then I won't have any cards to play apart from the one that I've just gained, which is a bit more YOLO than I want to be, but it would mean defending this land, which is valuable. The Reclaim actually is probably just better. Yeah, the Reclaim's just better because we can be doing some terrifying nightmares to deal with this Ravage, gain a load more fear. So if we are going to terrifying nightmares, then we can actually just push into here. Okay, so we are back to growth. We have a Ravage here that I'm going to solve with terrifying nightmares. So we are actually going to reclaim. We've got sand build, which aren't a real problem. This is worrying because, okay, we've got possibly 2 free builds on here, which will lose me the game if they go through uninterrupted. So I might actually be forced to push from here. And this is actually this could be a fairly good death trap kind of land, actually, because I've got the 3 Dahan sitting there. So I could, what's the benefit of, if I reclaim all, then obviously that's nice, but getting this any is good. That's progress towards the Tsunami. I actually think I'm going to reclaim here. I'm going to reclaim and gain hopefully a useful minor power. That complements Tsunami. I mean, is that likely? And we're going to be terrifying nightmaresing in here to push them out of the way. Yeah, so ideally a 0 costing moon card. Oh yeah, that's a 0 costing moon card, and it's a fear card. It's the effect is, aside from the fear, is going to be possibly slightly irrelevant, I guess. Oh no, it's going to push a town out of here. Just need to remember not to push it in there. Reaching, though, actually, we want water as much as anything else because that could get us the threshold on Tsunami. The threshold would mean that we're basically gaining an extra 18 fear because the 4 damage is a city, which is 5 fear. Oh no, an extra 12 fear on this, which is that's a lot of fear. So we didn't get the dream of a water mountain card. This is the only one with either water or mountain. Do we care about ranging? The air here is actually slightly useful. No, it's not. This moon is kind of good for going with terrifying nights. Actually, we could just gain a load of fear with Dreams of the Dahan, actually. Can we? I often forget this ability here. Target land has buildings, a fear for each Dahan. So actually, we could gain a couple of fear of Dreams of the Dahan. That's not to be sniffed at. So that would be basically gaining 2 fear. Shadows does have the moon that we like for our terrifying nightmares. So we could go with... and it will allow us to push out of there. But actually, this is good good defendable territory. This threshold is worthwhile, but when are we going to get? I think if there'd been a card with water and mountain, that would have been a clear pick, but we don't have that. So let's go with Shadows of the Burning Forest, and let's realize let's just have another look at that. Did any of those cards have Beast on them? No. And Purifying Flame actually could be pretty relevant because it's going to help us stay alive. Apparently that's a worthwhile enterprise. Though actually, mountains and sands are looking fairly clear. And I'm wondering whether Reaching Grasp is actually the thing to go with. Feels like this is winnable. So if I had Reaching Grasp, the trouble, of course, as bringers, we are very limited on our plays. Yeah, I think Grasp is not good enough. If it had both icons, that'd be one thing. It doesn't have both icons. So we Terrifying Nightmares in here to save the day, and we play one of Shadows of the Burning Forest or Dreams of the Dahan. So Dreams of the Dahan is fast, so it's not actually going to have... I can't play it in here this turn, so we'll go with Shadows of the Burning Forest, I think. So that's going to get us our second moon, our third moon, so we can get the threshold on Terrifying Nightmares. And maybe actually... wait a second. I could actually push these into here, and then I could scare them with Dreams of the Dahan. So it would be an extra fear. So we'd be gaining 9 fear, which actually doesn't make that much difference. Because thinking about this push, this is the only place that's not horrible to push them. But it will then become kind of horrible. Though there's no imminent ravage, but there's a high chance that one of these twos is a mountain. I suppose, and I can't push cities, that's the trouble. However, with Dread Apparitions and Night Terrors at full-fledged, I can actually, that's defend 4. Yeah, okay, I think this is okay. So do I want to hang on to Shadows of the Burning Forest for a future turn, particularly? No, we'll use Dreams of the Dahan in future. This is less flexible. All right, so we are Spirits May Yet Dreaming. We'll see. We'll see what we've already got. Each player removes 2 explorers or a town from a land with Dahan. Ooh, that's interesting. We'll gain our 4th moon. 2 explorers or a town from a land with Dahan. That kind of works against our shadows a little bit. And we've got the threshold on Terrifying Nightmares, so we can push... Yeah, I think I'm going to push into here. God, this is worrying over here. Yeah. I'm almost certainly going to have to reclaim Terrifying Nightmares to push out of here next turn. Okay, so we'll push... And I don't know whether it's worth pushing the Explorer. Just don't know if it is. I'm not going to push the Explorer. So leave them where they are. And we've got some Night Terrors. It's only the one. And Downward Spiral. So let's keep this Sacred Site in here. Each player removes an explorer or a town from a coastal land, do we? Let's remove... Don't think it actually matters. Where are the builds? See, if I kind of want there to be a land with 2 cities on the coast, so I'm actually going to leave this one here, because that means that my Tsunami hits for double, which is amazing. Okay, remove 2 explorers or a town from a land with Dahan. So, yeah, let's just remove that one. Defend 6. Invaders do not build... Damn it! There I was. I wanted them to build a city. Fear cards are not always the friends you expect. Each player may gather and explore into a land with buildings or go to a town into a land with cities. I'm going to gather away from here to reduce the Londonness of this area here. So it has to be into one of these. So I'm going to bring it onto the coast because that's where tsunamis can affect. So that fear card was useful. I have the Jungle Ravage and Sand Builds. Coastal Explorer. Ooh. So yeah, this is often when things start to get very real with England. You know, ow. Yeah, this is, so we could push this town. I think we will. We'll push it back into this jungle. I think. Yeah, we'll push it back into this jungle. Get into that jungle. All right. Growth. So we have sand ravages. Not enough that they'll kill us, but these are pretty serious ravages going on. Also, we have coastal builds. So we're going to have a great tsunami target because there's going to be 2 cities in here and here. I don't think we have any realistic way of getting the threshold outside of, I guess, YOLOing and gaining a major, placing the presence to reveal the any, and getting a... Oh, we also don't have the energy to play Tsunami. That's we only have the energy if we go with this option here. Damn it, Tsunami, you're so expensive. Where are you with cards? I mean, look at it, it's still miles away. Miles and miles and miles away. And there are cities everywhere. We're also getting a bit low on presence, so we probably do want to defend in here if we can. So I think we might be forced to defend. Can we even afford to defend in there? So I was thinking I could go with my reclaiming my terrifying nightmares, playing dread, but we actually can't afford to do that because that's a total of 6. We're only going to have 4. But if we push all of these out, then we might get lucky with our fear cards. We might get lucky. I mean, maybe I just let this go? No, I don't think I can afford to do that. Yeah, I think we have to push these somewhere. Maybe with Dreams of the Dahan. And I think we are in trouble. Let's go with getting this any here. Trouble we also have is that I'm going with that so that if we do lose the presence, we've still got a sacred site in a central area. The trouble we have is that we're not going to be able to afford our tsunami anytime soon if we do any of this. But we can at least gain a load of fear. We're going to be gaining 9 fear, 2 fear cards. It's still not going to be at Terror 3. Still, I mean, look at this. Disgusting. We actually have an extra element. Oh, so we could actually generate a load of fear off Night Terrors by getting the beast that we need. Yeah, that's better. But this is the joy of playing Bring Up solo. Pushing towns for an inland lander is pretty much always a nail biter. Alright, so we can Dreams of Dahan in there for 3 fear. And we can Night Terrors in there for another 3 fear. And then we could push out here hoping that that's going to influence things. So we're going to push everyone out of there. I think we put them, we equally distribute them between these two lands. I think that's what we do. Okay, downward spiral. So I think I'll lose this presence here. That doesn't feel good. But invaders do not build in lands with Dahan. Well, Each player may push any number of towns. So yeah, I have lost the game in a very similar circumstance by just accidentally making a big city. So let's not do that. I don't want to push in here because I might get lucky with this last sphere card. It might deal with this. I'm not even sure if I want to do this, you know. We've only got one more guaranteed build in here. Actually, no, I am going to push... let's push all of those in there. Actually, no. I'm just gonna push the one from there. The trouble with this land here is that it's out of range. It's not easily accessible. And the final field card: each player may replace a city with a town or a town with an explorer in a coastal land. Well, I actually don't really want to do that. Because of my dreams of big tsunamis that are probably never going to come to fruition. So, yeah, let's just do that one. Then for the sand ravage, it's annoying that we lost that presence there. Okay, so choices for capitals. So we don't want to put it in the wetland. Okay, no slow powers. Okay, we have yeah, 2 candidates for Englanding. This, of course, is going to become a build soon, so I've got to worry about this land. So everyone knows worrying about things makes them better, right? Okay, so if I do place this last presence, I will have enough to play my Tsunami. However, I will just going to lose in this Ravage, so I have to generate 4 fear cards. I basically need to generate 20 fear, which I can't do. Tsunami, though, if I'd managed to pull that off, that would have been it. But was not lucky. We can generate... I mean, if we just repeat what we did last turn, I mean, that was 6. I mean, it was a lot of fear, not enough, but we could get lucky, right? We have not seen scapegoats. If we get lucky and get scapegoats, that could generate a whole ton of fear for us and take us over the edge. I think that's my best chance. So, I think we go reclaim. I don't know if there's a better card than Dreams for pure fear generation. Because that's what we're doing. I think we reclaim, and we're going to gain a minor because if we are terrifying nightmaresing, we can't afford a major. Okay, nothing relevant has been drawn here. We can't defend any of those. We can't defend. We have to win in the fast phase. Let's just take that, even if we're not using it. Okay, so it's all on this fast fear. That's it. That's our hope. So basically just repeating last time. We're going to gain the beast, which is going to make our night terrors much more impressive. And then we're going to do that. We're going to go Spirits May Yet Dream on ourselves. We're going to gain the... Oh, yeah. See, this is I could have done with this last turn. That would have helped in here. We're going to gain the 4th moon, so our terrifying nightmares now are going to gain us more fear. So... It's now, this is it. This is our only opportunity to win. Can we actually... I mean, there's no way we survive this Ravage, so I'm sure it's worth thinking about pushing people around too much. I suppose there's thinking about scapegoats. Alright, so can I actually see what cards are in the fear deck? Not sure if I can. I think it's that each city destroys a town. So if I just make sure that there are towns in with every city. So if I push this singular town into here. So, I mean, this is unlikely to work. But, you know, you've got to try these things. Okay, so here we are. Do we get lucky? So we know that this isn't the one we want. Do we get the scapegoats? No, we don't. If we had got the scapegoats, so let's just think about it. If I'd got the scapegoats, we would have destroyed. They would have destroyed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towns, which would have got 2 more fear cards, which would have been the win. Yeah, so you know, it was a close one. I think I might stick this on the internet anyway. It was a good one. Yeah, so I've been Peasant. I like Spirit Island a lot. I like to share my love for the game. Please subscribe if you want to see more Spirit Island stuff. And yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded a Lost, so maybe today's the day.